Sadly, we live in a society that has been affected by addiction in one form or another. Until recently, the person using has been the focus of services' attention. We now have a clearer picture that those around the person using can suffer harm. Sometimes that harm can be worse than that experienced by the person using themselves. Family members often feel alone on their journey. They can find themselves on an emotional roller coaster and often report that living or caring for a substance misuser can be exhausting, unpredictable, and heartbreaking. Sometimes family members experience symptoms over a long period of time and have not linked that this is as a result of living with problematic substance misuse within the family. Engaging in family support can provide a safe and confidential space to talk about the situation and the effect it has been having on them. Using evidence-based tools and interventions that family members have found useful in the past, we work alongside each other to limit some of those negative harms that can be caused.
When this crisis hit my family, I felt so alone, lost and powerless. Completely powerless. I was full of fear, panic, and so much guilt. I needed to speak to someone, but I didn't know how. How do you open up to someone about a terrible, terrible time in your family's life? When I made that call, I spoke to Maria. She was so kind. She listened to me. From that very first call, I knew I was speaking to someone who cared. She understood and didn't judge me. The service was my lifeline. She helped me to gain clarity. With her help, I worked through my fear and panic. It was a hugely stressful time, and it's not over. But because of this service, I've grown so much stronger. She's helped me work through my fears and my feelings of guilt. I don't know how I would have coped without this service. Knowing I can reach out and speak to her is a wonderful, safe feeling. I can't recommend this service enough. Please, please reach out. Make that call.
Drug and alcohol abuse is a complex thing to understand and talk about. When someone has a problem with drug or alcohol use, services often focus on the person who is using these substances. Family members can do the same. They may unknowingly neglect important aspects of their own lives due to the stress and strain of caring for someone with an alcohol or drug concern. You may not realise this, but this is really common. Research has suggested that addiction is sufficiently stressful to cause pain and suffering to a large but uncounted number of adult affected family members, possibly in the region of 100 million worldwide. This stress can develop into physical, emotional and social problems for family members, such as trouble sleeping, financial worries, social isolation, loss of interest in things that they would normally have previously enjoyed. Other members of the family may be unintentionally neglected due to the time and energy being invested in the person with the drug or alcohol issue. In so many cases, family members report feelings of guilt and shame. These feelings can prevent family members from reaching out and asking for support from other family members, from friends and from services. Whether you have been affected by your loved one's drug or alcohol abuse for a long time, or whether it has been a more recent issue, you can make positive changes to improve your well-being and the well-being of your family on this journey. This can have a positive effect on your relative who is using drug and alcohol in a harmful way. Seeing positive change can motivate and encourage them to make positive changes too. How do you get in touch with the Drug and Alcohol Family Support Service? So there are a number of ways to access support from the service. Often we get referrals from services including GPs, community-based family support workers, juvenile liaison officers and Gardaí, domestic violence services and social workers. People can simply self-refer by calling the family support worker for your county. The details from Mags, Gillian and I are on the Western Region Drug and Alcohol Task Force website. The type of support you receive is based on what your needs are, and that's something that we can discuss at the start. So whether it's a one-off conversation where you want to know more about other services available, or if you need support over a number of weeks, that's something that we can discuss at the start or later on again if necessary.
Many people do not want to talk to their family and friends about what's going on. Drug and alcohol family support provides a safe space where you can explore your situation privately. The service offers evidence-based approaches to working with families affected by substance misuse, such as 5-Step and CRAFT. The 5-Step model aims to develop understanding by talking about your situation, providing relevant information, exploring social support, and how you respond to these situations in your life. The CRAFT approach begins with looking at happiness in your own life areas, as often family members stop doing things for themselves when they are worried about someone else. Self-care is a priority for concerned family members, and it is a really important step for the whole family. We provide support to promote your physical, mental, and social health and well-being. The CRAFT approach focuses on developing strategies such as problem solving and improving communication with someone who misuses alcohol or drugs. Other techniques used include motivational interviewing, solution-focused therapy, and cognitive and behavioural approaches. These strategies can help improve the stress and the strain of substance misuse. The service is centred around the individuality of each family member, with them being the expert of their situation. The service will support each person to find their own solutions as to what will work best for them and their family. The service provides a warm, welcoming, and non-judgmental space to talk about their difficult situation and to learn and develop ways to cope. Many family members report that they have no one else to talk to about the impact of alcohol or drug misuse on their lives. And many family members have been dealing with their situation for a long time before they present to the service. If you have any questions or concerns, do not hesitate to contact us to explore your situation. Taking the first step is often the hardest, but we welcome anyone who would like to find out more. Please get in touch. Thank you for listening and take care.